Welcome to Kiwanis of Williamsport Salute to Little League 2020, looking back on all the speakers that we've had over the years and a little bit of history from John Troisi.
My father, Dominic, was a member of the Williamsport Kiwanis Club for 50 years, and he died in October 1973. In December of that same year, the Kiwanis president, Paul Rothrock, came to our family clothing business on 4th Street, invited me to replace my father in the club. And so it happened. On November the 19th, 1973, I was sworn in as a new member of the Kiwanis Club of Williamsport. I loved it from the get-go. Our president at the time was Abe Snyder. In 1986, Ray Keyes became the president and really brought a lot of membership love for me. He was the sports editor of the Williamsport Sun, was a great friend of Little League Baseball. And he decided in 1986 to present an annual salute to Little League Baseball.
Many members have helped out over the years since this event began in 1986.
Carl Schlappy, Mike Barclay, Marvin Stamen, and many others. Through my close association with Little League Baseball, annually I will request the ESPN would send us a guest speaker for this special event. The Ray Keyes tribute was a big deal for our Kiwanis Club. And they provided me with some great ones. Carl Ravitch, Kyle Peterson, Chris McHenry, but the best of all of them was Julie Foudy, who spoke to us on 3 occasions and was scheduled for a 4th one this year. After her first event, I convinced her to join the Kiwanis Club of Williamsport, a California girl in the Williamsport Club. I thought that was pretty fantastic. Julie was a star of her own, as she was a 3-time Olympic soccer gold medalist. So she's really quite a gal. Now, when Wayne Fosnot introduced the children's playground concept at Stevens School, I took the opportunity myself to ask for help from Julie. I called her on the phone in her Pasadena home and pleaded with her to contact her ESPN bosses and request a contribution for the playground project. I then turned it over to Wayne Fosnot, and he was successful in getting ESPN to complete their contribution of $5,000.
So John, you're here with Chris and Peter Wallace, and just a few other thoughts or questions that we might have. Certainly you've given us an amazing history of the program, which I'm so grateful for. In what way was it a joy to you?
Well, I think just to be able to put together a program, and I always enjoyed the people that we had who were speaking. I didn't know who they were, and ESPN always supplied one for me, and it was always exciting. I told him to get down to the hotel by 11:45, and he did, see? And it's just something that developed from year to year that I added to it each year.
Now, since you're a native of the Williamsport area, correct?
Yeah, so I was born here.
So you must have started out as a little tyke in Little League. What was your own personal Little League experience?
Well, I got a story for you you're not going to believe. I think I was about 11 or 12 years old, and they had a tryout over at Brandon Park, and the team was Hartman Cole. And I went over there to try out, and the coach sent me out in the outfield. and I was out in left field receiving fly balls and all that kind of good stuff. And the day that was over, he came and told me that I was chosen to be the left fielder for Hartman Cole, and that I should come tomorrow and to get the uniform at Brandon Park. So I went home to my house, which was on Vernon Avenue, and there were a bunch of guys playing in a field right across the street from our house. We called it the field, see? So I went over to tell them how proud I was that I got this job for left field for Hartman Cole at age 12, see? And so right after that, one of the guys started kicking the balls, and he missed the ball and kicked my arm. He broke my arm.
Oh no.
Yes. So I went back the next day, and the manager said, "What happened to you, Johnny?" I said, "I was telling the boys how proud I was to make this team, and one of the guys was kicking a football, and he missed the football and kicked my arm, broke my arm. So I'm not going to be playing." And he looked over to the tennis courts, and he said, "Well, you don't have to play with your left arm. You're right-handed." I said, "Yeah, I guess I am." He says, "I want you to go down there tomorrow and ask for Mike Moyer. He works for the Williamsport Recreation Commission, and you tell him that you want to learn how to play tennis, so your summer won't be lost." I thought, wow, what a great guy. See? So I went down there, and I was 12 years old, and I've been playing tennis ever since. This year, because of my stroke, I haven't been able to run. So it's the first time since age 12 to age 84, I played tennis every year.
Wow.
Only because I went out to try to get on a little league team for Hartman Cole. Can you believe that?
That's amazing. So we've definitely been a baseball town.
Oh yeah.
Forever. Something to be very proud of. In starting kids young with leadership skills, the skills of the game.
Oh yeah.
The ability to work as teammates.
And I used to go up, I go to the games at Bowman Field all the time. Gabe Senacropi, a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
He always gets me tickets that are unbelievable.
So this year, as we're talking, we're in the year of 2020 with the pandemic.
Well, no baseball.
I know it. It's heartbreaking.
It's hard to take.
So this is why we thought, even though we couldn't have anyone physically come to a salute to Little League, we thought we would kind of highlight the history and some background information and your involvement in it. So we thank you for all the years of dedication.
Well, thank you very much for allowing me this opportunity.
I'm sure we will all enjoy having this little bit of history and finding out a little bit more about your involvement.
The funny part of it is, I'll be a member 50 years in about 3 years from now. And that's 100 years of a Troyce membership, and the club was just 100 years old last August. Think of that.
So you've been, the family has been a legacy in the
Well,
Kiwanis.
every year since the third year of the club's existence, that's when my dad went in.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it amazing? I'm very proud to say that I followed my father, and soon I will be a member 50 years, I think about 3 years from now. That's going to be something special.
Absolutely. You know, to have that kind of commitment and dedication.
100 years. Well, I think Skip Creevy could qualify there, and Charlie Plankenhorn.
Mm-hmm.
Their fathers were both members.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Well, Williamsport has a rich history.
Yeah.
Many thanks to John and his time with this interview, and many thanks to all of the dedicated members over the years and ESPN for a wonderful Kiwanis salute to Little League.